Imagine taking that leap from making music in your bedroom to performing with your inspiration in such little time. It seems impossible, right? But there is one artist who made it happen. I was looking for new music to listen to since I was tired of the playlist at the time, and I discovered Rex Orange County. His lyrics are very straightforward but also metaphorical. No matter the topic or the instrumental, it makes it absolutely beautiful and a pleasure to listen to. Today, I will introduce you to Rex Orange County, and if you haven't heard of him already, he is a European artist who started making indie/alternative music in 2015, and most notably in Tyler the Creator's Flower Boy album. First, we'll talk about where he started, his journey in music, and how his most recent music sounds. Now that I provided you with all the brief preview of the young artist, I will get to the point. Rex had started gaining attention in 2015 as a teenager with his self-produced album Because You Will Never Be Free. It started with his huge influence that had on him like jazz, hip-hop, soul, and really anything towards those sounds really made him what he is today. After that album had gone viral for a bit, he released Apricot Princess in 2017, which has shown his growth with sound, and it had landed it in the top 10 of Billboard's for Independent Artist chart. As he had gained more popularity, he had released such songs as Uno, Best Friend, and Sunflower. A lot of these releases had led to Tyler the Creator becoming a fan and featuring him on his Flower Boy album, which had been a huge spike in his career. Tyler had gathered a fan base from his upbringing, from having so much variety, like being on his TV show Loiter Squad, his rap group known as Odd Future, and his earlier albums that had gotten a big fan base. Flower Boy had been his biggest album due to the fact that it feels like a soundtrack straight from a movie, but it feels more personal. The feeling of the project and everything about it just brought a lot, and having Rex on this brought so much traction to him. Rex had a better start for self-independent artists, but where did it take him in his music? In an interview with Q1CBC, a Canadian broadcast on YouTube, Rex had made points that it took a couple of years before his life had really changed from his EP on SoundCloud. He was mostly into piano before picking up a guitar and had used the same 3 chords on 8 out of 10 of the songs on his EP. As he kept making music, he started to spread out his topics in his music a lot different from just emotions and people. In the same interview, he states that there were topics he wanted to write about but didn't know what they were, and it was on his album Pony. Such as how people viewed him differently, Rex mostly writes about love, but he also talks about the other relationships he has with friends and family. But despite that, it's a wide variety of topics that he's grown into, and it's just mainly his feelings and how he feels in that time. Now that we've talked about his progress and the music that he made, let's get to the most recent things. In an interview with YouTube's most well-known music critic, The Needle Drop, or Anthony Fantano, Rex talks about his latest album, Who Cares, and how it's something that he did try to not overthink. His album Pony had been a long project to work on and took a lot of time and mind, while his latest LP was the opposite because he didn't want to overthink it. Although the album was one that he didn't want to overthink of the topics, they were mostly about what can cause that. Some topics he talks about is change and feeling mentally trapped and just wanting to break out of his mentality, and a good example is the song Keep It Up, which is about keeping your head up and not letting yourself slip into those bad thoughts. Now that you guys know a little bit about Rex Orange County, I'd like you guys to decide on what he is to you or how good his music is, deciding on your own thoughts. Everyone listens to music, but some bring such a beautiful theme to life and touch you more on a personal level. And today I went over the start, the progress, and how his music has changed. Life is full of mysteries, so why not take that leap and see where it can take you on your journey like he did? Thank you for listening.